620, 2000, a 9, 3 numbers that all relate to my latest bad decision, yet another Porsche Cayenne Turbo.
And if you're new here, my name is Nino, and I'm on a mission to save as many cheap cars from being scrapped as is humanly possible. And this isn't my first go at saving a cheap Cayenne Turbo. A few months back, I bought this absolute abomination. It cost me £450, and judging by the amount of growth on the outside and inside, it was left abandoned in a swimming pool. Not only that, but the engine had a small ticking sound. When I say small,
it's low down. Oh no!
so I ended up pulling the engine out to discover that it had completely and utterly nuked itself to death. Fantastic. Now, the reason I bought this Cayenne is because I was at a car show with my long-suffering other half, Naomi, and she saw a Cayenne and said, "Ooh, that looks quite cool. And there's loads of space in the back for kids stuff." And she hasn't let me forget it, which is why I've gone and bought another. Are all cheap Cayennes as bad as each other? What horrible surprises are in store for me? Will Naomi be able to live out her fantasy of putting the kids stuff and the shopping in the boot at the same time? Let's find out.
So 620. What on earth does that mean? It means that this car is modified, in case you kind of couldn't tell. This car has got 620 brake horsepower, which on the surface sounds amazing, but in reality isn't quite so amazing. And I'll get onto that in a minute. You can see it's got cone filters on here. Now, the difference between this and my other Cayenne Turbo is that this is obviously the facelift version. It's got the different headlights, a couple of different bumper, I think, some of that sort of stuff. But most crucially, it's actually got a different engine. This one has got the 4.8 litre direct injection twin turbo V8 engine, and as far as I'm aware, this one doesn't suffer from the bore scoring that the previous generation did. That's great news. All right, so you've got to listen to this thing start up. The exhaust on it is, this car is very rowdy, that's what I'll say. Everything down from, of course you can see the car's been wrapped like this, to the sound of the exhaust, to the sound that the engine makes. Just listen to this. Oh yeah, the starter motor's on its way out. Great. So this is one of the issues that I know that this car had. The owner told me that if you come in here and you squeeze the relay by hand, you can actually get this car going. Oh good. Is that gonna go? No. Come on. Very, very loud. I've had to wait until later on in the morning to record this video so that I don't annoy the neighbours too much. Listen to this. What do you think?
I think it's very loud.
So rowdy, so rowdy. What do you reckon?
Me?
Yeah.
What, the actual car or the noise?
The noise of it.
It's so loud.
Yeah, I'll give her some of this, I'll take. What do you want to take?
That's alright. Yeah,
Is she okay?
Yeah, it's gone right down.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I mean, you know I like it.
Yeah,
Maybe take the wrapping off.
Yeah, we'll take the wrap off. take the wrap
Golden
off.
bright at the moment.
Yeah. So the guy did tell me that this has only actually been wrapped for about 18 months. So hopefully, when I do,
fingers crossed it'll be
well, yeah, when I
alright.
do peel it off, not only is the paint okay, but it's not going to leave like too bad of a mark, you know, with that's exposed to the sun.
No, I think it's a nice car because I think it's big, but it's not that big. I think it'd be good
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, you can get plenty in the boot as well.
Yeah. God, well, anything's better than our Golf.
Yeah, and it's got over 600 brake horsepower.
Yay!
I don't know what you're going to do with that, but
Nothing. I'll be driving at 30 miles an hour.
also Naomi just got very self-conscious on camera. She's worried that everyone thinks she's just put loads of random weight on. Naomi's pregnant again. We're expecting our second. Very excited about it. It's great news. Thank you already. I'm preempting the comments. Thank you ever so much. Right, and what I'm going to do now is show you what 620 brake horsepower in this car looks like on the road, and I'm also going to show you the issue that this car has with that power. It's quite a big one. Hopefully it will start again now for the second time. Yeah, so it starts first time kind of after it's been on before. Got a load of beeping stuff going on. There's a headlight fault, but I know that the previous owner told me that was something to do with the ballast service. So, but you got to listen to this thing and also see how it goes. So this car is a little bit bonkers. Oh, I've never driven a car with this much power before, and the way it comes on is just, oh, you have to hold on. Oh, this is a lose your license car if ever there was one. Wow. Oh, you want to make sure as well that when you do that, you're on a straight, because the corners come at you very fast, and this is a 2-ton plus car, and you know, it's actually got some off-road capability, this car, and so, you know, in the tight twistings, it's not exactly its forte. Oh, you have to hold on, grip the wheel tight. Oh, make a noise as well. Right, now let me tell you the problem with the 620 brake horsepower that this car has. The way that this has been mapped, and the previous owner did tell me that this was mapped on a dyno, is that it's been done for, you have to press the sport button, and basically all of the power, all of it, comes in at almost exactly 3,500 RPM. So I'm going along normal, not in sport mode. If I put my foot down, there's a lot of noise, but nothing really happened. I'm just 40 miles an hour. My foot is welded to the floor, still not even 60 miles an hour. 60 right there. There's nothing. There's absolutely no, this car's got no low down grunt whatsoever. Everything comes in at 3,500 RPM, and when it does, you're just left holding on for absolute dear life. So it's, you know, it's been mapped for the top end, and as a result, it's not incredibly drivable. At low speeds, it can be quite hard to drive because, you know, if you're at a junction and you put your foot down because you want to get going, nothing happens, and it kind of catches you off guard a little bit, and then the gearbox will kind of kick down, and then you're into 3,500 RPM, at just coming out off a roundabout, and 600 brake horsepower in your face, and you don't know what to do with it. It's great if you just want to keep it in sport mode, keep the revs dead high, just absolutely thrash the living daylights out of it. But like we said, this is for my missus. It's not a very drivable car low down. Look, foot welded to the floor, nothing, 40 miles an hour, just. Come around here, foot flat down, kicks down, 43, 44, 46, 40. and then it gets going. And then if I put it in sport mode, it will kick down. Oh god, I'm nervous. Flick of the throttle, we're at 3,000 RPM. I know if I plant my foot now, it will take a second to get going, but then it will get going. And then obviously when you lift off, there's that. It's fun, but it's quite hard work if you just want a nice relaxing daily. It's kind of addictive actually, just to keep it in sport mode. I mean, I can see the revs doing that as well when it gets going. Then the fuel gauge is just going down in real time. Oh, okay, and then the next number, 2,000. What does that mean? That's how much I pay. Oh god, you've gone wonky with the speed. With the sheer speed. £2,000. That's how much I paid for this car. Which I think is quite a good deal. I can't think of any other 620 brake horsepower cars with a Porsche badge that are £2,000. So yes, it's got some issues and we're going to delve into all of those right now. Let's get this car to the workshop. My two babies. 9. I held up 9 earlier. Let's get on to that because 9 is just about the amount of issues on this car that are just immediately obvious. I'm sure there's way more than 9 issues with this car. So what you need to know is that obviously I did buy this car spares and repairs. Now it's pretty decent, isn't it? Well, I don't know that fully yet. I haven't had it up in the air. I haven't been underneath it. I've got no idea how decent or not it really is. But I can tell you that I did drive it 200 miles back from Ilkley in the north of England. And now I do have this booked in for an MOT in about an hour's time. If you're outside the UK, MOT is our annual government roadworthiness inspection. I'll be amazed if it passes, and that's because I can hear lots of creaking. There's a bit of knocking in the suspension, so I imagine at the very least we've got a ball joint out, or you know, there's something going on with the drive line. I'd be amazed again if like the centre, the prop shaft, drive shaft, bearing thing isn't worn. Right, so let's get on to these 9 issues. I'm sure there's more than 9 issues on this car, but these are the ones that are just immediately obvious from looking at the car. So to begin with, the windscreen is cracked. This shouldn't make it fail its test, but it's clearly something I'm still going to want to get sorted. And then behind the crack, you can see that there is a speaker missing. Now, the thing you need to know about this car is that it was owned by a guy who had a car audio shop. And he used this car as a demonstrator for all the audio equipment and also as a courtesy car. So he fitted like tens of thousands of pounds, he said, worth of audio equipment into the car, and then he's removed it when he sold it to me. So it's missing a load of the front speakers, it's missing the head unit, and the amplifier's been removed, and there's a massive great hole in the boot floor where he had a ginormous subwoofer. Then you can see that this particular door trim has broken. To be honest with you, all of the door trims, these cool aluminium satin looking thingamajigs, they're all in pretty bad nick, so I'm probably going to need to replace all of those. We've got rust on the bottom of both front wings. We've also got a significant amount of rust on the tailgate. This rear wheel has been curbed to within an inch of its life. The front driver's door is out of alignment, and you can see that if I give it a bit of a wiggle, it moves. B-pillar trim is a little bit gammy, and there's also a load of interior trim panels that have been removed and or missing. Now, one of the good things, of course, about this is that I do have a parts car right here. I'll talk about what mechanical bits I might steal off of that car shortly, because I do have some bigger plans for this car. This is definitely one that I want to keep around on the channel for a while. Like I say, I want the missus to have this car, and I want to put I want to put my kids, one kid at the minute, I want to put them in this and have it as a nice, safe, reliable-ish, as reliable as cars get these days, as a reliable-ish motor. I kind of peeled that off early, didn't I? And now it's just looking at me saying, please peel me off, peel the rest of me off. So I mean, yeah, amazing. Oh no, is this going to be an issue that I have with the whole car? It's obviously just peeling all the lacquer off. Oh. No, don't do that. Oh no, is the whole car going to need a respray? Look at that, look. You can see that lacquer's coming off. Is this going to be a problem now with the entire car? Please say no. You can see there are parts though, look, where, oh, this is another issue. There are parts where the lacquer is already coming off where, you know, there's not been any wrap touching it. So it's probably just got weak lacquer on it anyway. Definitely a job I wish I hadn't just randomly started. But I have started it now, so I've got to see it through. Just this little bit at least. I mean, I probably should have been using a heat gun and a whatever else on it, shouldn't I? I just rush into things without thinking. Does anyone else ever do that? You just get too excited about doing the task at hand. And even now, well, I know I should probably have some kind of heat gun or something on it. I'm not. I'm just stood here talking to you, pulling it off. I am a smart guy. So I'm not sure if you can see that. There is a bit of a line there, but I do wonder how much of that is just actually dirt between the two surfaces. I certainly don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. That could polish out. Really, I'm thinking about the rest of the car, because with this whole kind of issue and the fact that there's rust down there, you know, it is a question of, do I just buy new wings for it or something anyway? Anyway, hopefully the lacquer doesn't peel off the rest of the car. And so in an ideal world now, I'd get the car up on the ramp and have a good look around it myself before sending it for its inspection. However, I have got myself a little bit of a situation in here with my van. So I don't know if anybody watches Tasty Classics channel. I was doing a video with Ben up in, I think we were in Norfolk, weren't we? And I took my van with me, everything was hunky-dory, and then as we were doing a revival in a field, this van died. And basically what has happened is the gearbox has just completely and utterly nuked itself. Something's gone wrong, you can't get it into any gears. One of the shafts is, I don't know, I really don't know. But what I did do is I purchased a rebuilt gearbox for it, which you can see there. You know, this van has basically had one of everything new at this point. So I just thought, why not just splash out an obscene amount of money on a new gearbox? But yeah, got to finish this off. I probably won't finish this off. I got it to this stage and I've run out of time. So Tim from Torque Monkey said he's going to come and help me actually then just get that box in now, get that other one out, get that in. Right, so the thing that we really need to do now is send this for its inspection and let a professional tell me how bad this car actually is. Lovely. Right, so it is now the next day. The Cayenne has had its MOT inspection. I will share the results with you shortly. But first, what I need to do is I need to get this van off of the ramp, get the Cayenne in, and so we can take a good look at it. Now, Tim from Torque Monkey came in last night and he did the main bulk of the work for me. He's fitted the new gearbox, hooked it all up, all the cables are in, drive shafts are in. That's all absolutely delightful. Look, this is the old gearbox and it will not go into gear. You cannot select any gears. So it's clearly something that's just nuked itself, hasn't it, inside the gearbox. Yeah, shouldn't be like that. I now need to just basically reattach the front end. I think I need to fill it up with oil as well. I'm not sure we managed to do that. And then I actually need the van to go and collect some parts for the Cayenne, so we'll do that. And actually, I think while I think about it, I could probably do with calling Loopy Lou for a couple of bits as well.
We're better than them. Yeah, mine will be cheaper as well, so yeah. So don't even bother ringing them, there's no point. Okay, thanks. Bye. Say salesman, you know. Anyway.
Right, if you're doing everyone else the best deal, you can do me the best deal.
Did anyone hear that? What was that? So yeah, someone just exactly. What was that? What was that? What was that? No.
Sorry, what were you saying about your fake certificates?
Branch of the month.
Yeah.
June? No, that's April. Sorry. That's May. And that's June.
So you got branch of the month 3 months in a row?
No, actually, 2 was 2 months in a row, 1 was this year, but never happened in Kettering before. Just so you know.
Have they given you an office as well?
No, I've moved my desk because we've got an extra part supervisor now, so it's
JFZ 8766.
What was it?
Juliet Foxtrot Zulu. Juliet
What?
Foxtrot Zulu. Lower suspension arms. Front. Lower. Lower, did I say lower? Yeah, front lower suspension arm. Don't say a silly price though. How much?
I don't know yet. I've got to get see what's available. I've got to, you can't just say how much straight away because I've got to, one of them might not be available, one of them might, and then sometimes it could move a little bit, and then sometimes it goes up where you ordered it from, so.
Oh, so boring.
There's none.
2 of them, and then handbrake shoes, both sides.
Oh God, what's the end?
One part. Well, have you got handbrake shoes?
Yeah, got them.
How much? When are they turning up? You better not say tomorrow. When are they coming?
Monday.
No. I need it today.
Oh my God. You're joking. You should have probably stated that at the beginning. I'm going to go through all again.
I thought it'd just be obvious that I wanted it now.
Why would that be obvious?
Because why would I want to wait an extra 3 days for parts?
Why would you want something?
Why would I want to wait? Why would I just want to, like, by default, wait 3 days to get my parts?
Customer, is it?
All right, well, FAI, if you've got FAI, just give us them. You don't have them either.
It'll be Monday too.
Oh.
Wait. No. There's no stock until Monday, Nino.
All right, just give us the shoes for now then. I'll try and find some arms myself.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Right. I need some arms. Result. Have we got reverse? Yes. Oh, I needed this van back on the road. This is fantastic news. Engine lights on though. Nah, maybe it will go out. Maybe it won't. Right, what shall I do next? I need to go and get these parts for this Cayenne, and then we're going to discuss exactly what is wrong with it. How unbelievably cool is that? Look at that. You gave me a nice little key ring, thank you. Well, actually, before I put it up in the air, let me just quickly tell you what this car failed on. It is not a massive list, which is really quite nice, but it has failed the test. So repair immediately, major defectos. So the windscreen wiper isn't working on the passenger side, so that just it's literally not. The driver's one is going, not the passenger one. The windscreen washer has no liquid, but I knew that it didn't have any liquid in it, so I just need to top that up. The the parking brake, more accurately, is the parking brake efficiency below requirements. So I think the handbrake shoes have probably shot, so I have ordered some handbrake shoes and I'm very much hoping they turn up imminently. And the brake lever has insufficient reserve travel. That's to do with the parking brake again. I'm hoping the shoes clear that up. Now, one of the bits that I just purchased, so that was one of the things that I bought from Design 911. That's the handbrake shoe fitting kit. Come on, Bianca, where are my shoes? And then the other things, obviously. So I've got two suspension arms, one in here, one down there, because the one on the driver's side has died. The ball joint has died. So you can see right in there, that ball joint has absolutely died a death. It's completely toast. There's no grease in it. And I imagine that is the source of one of my large knocking noises. So what I've done is I've got a whole wishbone. You know, it's just, you can replace these, I think, the ball joints, but to be honest with you, it's so cheap really to just do the whole arm. It's a lot quicker, and it also means that I'm going to have nice new bushes in there and in the back there as well. And on a car that's got 180,000 miles, that's not going to be a bad thing. I do want to refresh a lot of this car. And now just actually looking under this thing, I'll tell you what, it doesn't look that bad at all. It's really not bad. I am just seeing that there's a Jubilee clip there holding the exhaust on. There's some really quite lovely bracketry. That's fantastic. That won't be a problem though. I can get that sorted. And so you can see down here as well, car's had its secondary stage cats removed. I think that's the section in there, but that's gone. But it passed the emissions just fine. And you can see the non-standard, what is that? Looks like something off of a building site there. The non-standard mounting for the custom exhaust, I'm told. That can all get sorted. Now there is a little bit of rust on the back of this subframe, but it's all surface level rust. It's not too bad at all. I think that can all be cleaned up. I probably will come in here at some point as well and maybe replace all of these arms and stuff just to, you know, make the car really nice. Now another thing that was brought up on the MOT was, and it's not these, it's the front. You can see the front tyres on the inner edge there are wearing. That's just an advisory, so it hasn't failed on that. But you know, this car is going to need some new tyres. You can see it's doing it on this one as well. Now, one of the things about the tyres on these cars, I'm told, is that these cars, I think it's the Porsches, and I mean it's a Volkswagen, isn't it? All of these cars, they're really, really, really sensitive to tyre wear across all of the axles. So this car's actually got different tyres on the front and the back. These ones at the back here have got some kind of massive tread on them. They're really quite deep. It's almost like an all-terrain tyre, but the two on the back are different to the two on the front. And by all accounts, that can actually cause havoc with the all-wheel drive system. The diffs don't like it, nothing really likes it, it's not good. So I'm probably going to put 4 new tyres on this car, and I'll get some good ones because I can't say I've ever heard of this brand, but Triangle. I don't know if that's a fantastic name for something that's supposed to be round either. So we've got Triangle tyres on the front and some other unknown brand on the back. I can't even be bothered to look at it. And then another thing that came up in the MOT is that this prop shaft centre bearing is worn, and so if I move that, I hope you can see it, there is a lot of play, and if you listen, so that centre bearing needs attention. Again, it hasn't failed on that, but I imagine that has got something to do with the driveline shunt that I'm feeling in this car. And if you think it's got 620 brake, who knows how much torque it's got as well. I can't imagine that being worn is helping anything. So my plan is to replace the lower arm. I'm actually only going to do one. I've got 2 lower arms. For the purposes of just making this car road legal and passing the test, I'm just going to do this bad side for now. Then we're going to come back in a later video and I'm going to do all of the everything to the all. It's all going to get sorted, but I'm going to do this. We're going to fix the windscreen wipers, and then hopefully my handbrake shoes turn up. Anyone, please? Otherwise, if the handbrake shoes don't turn up, just won't be happening. I won't be able to get it MOT'd in time for the video, so let's just wait and see. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with the windscreen wipers. So I need to work out why this isn't working. I mean, the fact that I can just do that with my hand isn't a great sign, is it? There we go. That can be reused, that's still good. Now I think it would be nice eventually maybe to replace these, because you can see all that discoloration on there. Or maybe I could just, maybe I could just paint it. Would that look any good? Oh, hello. Yeah, great.
There you go.
Brilliant,
Right,
thanks a lot, cheers. Result, handbrake shoes, great news. Hi, it's me. So, I absolutely did not need to take any of this off the car or take it apart. I am now realising, once I took it apart and took it off the car, not too much of an issue, it can go back on really quite quickly. This is my first ever windscreen wiper repair, so I wasn't really sure what was going on. The problem is that, where is it? This is kind of like a tapered, there's like a tapered recess in there. So I don't know if you can see this thing. Focus. Pretend it's focused on that. Not actually my face. There's a tapered thing that goes in there, clamps this down to the mechanism, but that is the wrong one. I don't know what that's from. It's either the wrong one or it's completely rounded out. So I need a new one of these, because then basically what happens is this arm then properly clamps to the rest of the mechanism, and when this is going, so this is the bit that's driven by the motor. So you might be able to see in there actually that that's what was happening basically, and that's why this is a terrible explanation. This is why the driver's side was working, because that's actually driven directly by the motor. So that was working fine, but there just wasn't enough force on this to clamp down to actually move it at the same time. So it was actually just kind of spinning in there like that, which is why I didn't need to take any of this off. But so what I've had to do is order a new kind of tapered washer that goes in there, and that should fix the windscreen wipers. Now this car will not pass the MOT inspection without that being fixed, and I don't really have another solution. I did try to just get the other one off of the parts car that I've now got, and I've taken the windscreen wipers off that already when I took the engine out, and I don't know where I've put all the bits, so I've had to order a brand spanking new one, so that's no good, which basically is a very long way of saying I can't go any further with this right now. I'm not going to be able to get this MOT'd in time for this video to go out, so I am going to stop right here and we're going to discuss the plans with this car. And so this hasn't been a tricky decision to make whatsoever, but what I want to do with this car is return it almost completely back to standard. I know there's a load of you going, oh, why wouldn't you want 620, but why would you? I'll give you loads of reasons. Number one, this car is going to be for the missus. She doesn't need 620 brake horsepower. Number two, I don't think this car needs 620 brake horsepower. Maybe I've been drinking too many soy lattes, but the way this car is mapped, where it all comes in at 4,000, it's not particularly nice to drive. I've been over this already. It's not how I want it to drive. I want it back to standard. So this car is going to go back to standard. This has 500 brake horsepower out from factory, so it's not like that's a hardship or anything. And also, this car's got 180,000 miles on it, pretty much. I'd like a little bit of longevity kept in it now. So let's kind of rein it back. Let's bring it back from the edge, and let's look at, you know, keeping this on the road a little bit longer. We need loads of stuff on here. All the interior electrics and the stereo system all need sorting. So my plan to take this back to standard and make it a really nice example. Hopefully it stays around on the road for a long time to come, and the missus can drive it for at least a little while, and we can have a nice family car. Now I'm sorry I couldn't get this on the road in this video, but this is very much to be continued, so check back real soon to see how much further I get with this car. Thanks for watching.